Hi guys, this is the second video on why we need a home insurance revolution. Last time we talked about the two issues in the first video. Number one, why home insurance matters. Because if home insurance doesn't matter, then home insurance revolution doesn't matter that much. The two go together, right? Last time I remember I said that the home insurance is unique. It's not as broadly covered as health insurance, not as broad as auto insurance, but there's one thing unique about home insurance. It's not just covering you, but also have a direct impact on the local economy in the sense that if your home is uninsurable, then your home value will go down by 12%. So that's the big problem. The second issue that I talked about the last time is do not treat home affordability and availability the same way. Home insurance availability matters more because for consumers, without home insurance available, that's a bigger nightmare. In the age of inflation, people more or less expected that the home insurance premium will go up, but not completely unavailable to them. So do not treat these two the same. They're not. Now, this time, the question that I'm going to address this week, this time, is that why would home insurance companies do not want to renew some policies? They want to drop policy, they want to cancel policy, they want not renew the policy. Why? There are two answers. One is a short answer, and that is much more complicated answer. The simple answer is just look at this scenario. Let's say you're paying $2,000 each year for home insurance, but the home insurance company thinks that your house is very vulnerable to wildfire. Maybe this year or maybe next year will be completely burned down by the next wildfire. Then that because your fancy house, they have to pay you $2 million. Okay, they get your premium $2,000 of premium, but they have to pay out $2 million. That's why they don't want to do it. But there's another reason that something has something to do with the state regulations. Well, before that, let's say this. One important internal reason for the insurance company not to renew your policy is that they are scared. They're worried. They believe that they have a risk overexposure. They believe their situation is very bad for them, so they don't want to take chances. That's one thing. That's very important. We're going to talk about this later. But here, let me talk about another issue. That's kind of that has something to do with the regulators. We all know that the regulators two kind of issues. Number one, they pay a lot of more attention to the premium in the name of protecting the consumers. So if the insurance company try to raise the premium, insurance regulators will say no, no, no. So almost, to my knowledge, almost every state raising premium is always a kind of sensitive issue. They always set up some artificial percentage. For example, in California, you cannot raise the premium by 7%. Anything above 7%, you have to have a hearing. Okay, in Florida, I think they have like a 14% cap. Anything beyond 40%, they are likely not approve it. But there's another issue with the regulators. They sometimes, especially in California, there's a law called 1 year moratorium. Basically says if this zip code has a wildfire, and then from the date when they declare the emergency for that zip code for that area, right? Then from that time on, for 1 year, the insurance company cannot drop any policy in that zip code. Okay, so this is basically frozen for 1 year. After 1 year, you can do that. So, for example, let's say last year we had park fire. I know this year we have a park fire. Or let's say some other road fire. The road fire was like started in this month, like in last June, and then so from that point on, when the state declared the emergency based on the road fire, then until June of this year, the insurance company cannot drop any policy. They have to renew it. They have no option. This we know that's the problem. The intention is good to protect the consumers, but sometimes the best way to protect the consumer is let the market do the job. I'm not saying that the market fundamentalism. I'm not saying the insurance company don't have any problem of their own. They do, but I'm just saying that forcing the insurance companies to not drop policy, that's not the way to do it, because you are imposing from upside down, from the up, and then it doesn't work. So this explains one additional reason that has something to do with the state regulators, and then that can explain home insurance company trying to proactively drop in policies. Because why? Because they know that when the wildfire hit this place, then they will have 1 year frozen time. They can't do anything, so they may as well just drop the policy if they see you are risky. They drop you before the wildfire hit. That's why that explains a lot of policies in the zip code that you know kind of a proactively or preemptively dropped. That's why they not renew it. That's one. That's so far. Let's talk about it next time more.